Hey there, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to learn some words that might help you improve your English vocabulary and fluency. Before you start, please hit the like button if you enjoy our content, and subscribe to this channel if you're learning English. Stay up to the very end of this video and you'll learn a fun fact about the English language. Let's begin.
The word whip, W-H-I-P, is a verb, pronounced as whip. It means to beat food with a whisk or mixer to add air and make it fluffy. Synonyms include beat and whisk. In a sentence, please whip the cream until it becomes stiff. To summarize, whip means to beat food to add air. The word beat, B-E-A-T, is a verb, pronounced as beat. It means to mix ingredients quickly to add air. Synonyms include whisk and blend. In a sentence, beat the eggs before adding them to the mixture. To summarize, beat means to mix quickly to add air. The word mix, M-I-X, is a verb pronounced as mix. It means to combine ingredients together. Synonyms include blend and combine. In a sentence, mix the flour with the sugar until well combined. To summarize, mix means to combine ingredients. The word stir, S-T-I-R, is a verb pronounced as stir. It means to move a spoon or other implement around in a substance to mix it. Synonyms include mix and blend. In a sentence, stir the soup occasionally to prevent it from sticking. To summarize, stir means to mix by moving something around in it. The word fold, F-O-L-D, is a verb, pronounced as fold. It means to gently combine ingredients without overmixing. Synonyms include blend and incorporate. In a sentence, fold the egg whites into the batter carefully. To summarize, fold means to gently combine ingredients. The word toss is a verb spelled T-O-S-S-S, pronounced as toss. A synonym is throw. For example, toss the salad with some olive oil. It means to throw lightly and quickly. Toss. The word stir-fry is a verb spelled S-T-I-R-F-R-Y, pronounced as stir-fry. A synonym is saute. For example, stir-fry the vegetables for 5 minutes. It means to cook quickly by stirring in a hot pan. Stir-fry. The word deep fry is a verb spelled D-E-P-F-R-Y, pronounced as deep fry. A synonym is fry. For example, deep fry the chicken until golden brown. It means to cook by submerging in hot oil. Deep fry. The word pan fry is a verb spelled P-A-N-F-R-Y, pronounced as pan fry. A synonym is saute. For example, pan fry the fish for 3 minutes on each side. It means to cook in a small amount of oil in a pan. Pan fry. The word shallow fry is a verb spelled S-H-A-L-L-O-W-F-R-Y, pronounced as shallow fry. A synonym is pan fry. For example, shallow fry the tofu until crispy. It means to cook in a small layer of hot oil. Shallow fry. The word saute, spelled S-A-U-T-E, it's a verb pronounced saute. This means to cook quickly in a little hot fat. For example, I like to saute vegetables for a healthy meal. So, saute means to cook quickly in hot fat. The word braise, spelled B-R-A-I-S-E, it's a verb, pronounced braise. This means to cook slowly in liquid in a covered pot. For example, she decided to braise the beef for a tender stew. So braise means to cook slowly in liquid in a pot. The word stew, spelled S-T-E-W, it's a verb pronounced stew. This means to cook slowly in liquid. For example, he enjoys making a vegetable stew on weekends. So stew means to cook slowly in liquid. The word boil, spelled B-O-I-L, it's a verb, pronounced boil. This means to cook in water at 100 degrees Celsius. For example, please boil the pasta for dinner. So boil means to cook in water at a high temperature. The word simmer, spelled S-I-M-M-E-R, it's a verb, pronounced simmer. This means to cook just below boiling point. For example, simmer the sauce for 10 minutes. So simmer means to cook at a gentler heat just below boiling. The word poach, P-O-A-C-H, is a verb, pronounced as poach. It means to cook in simmering liquid. For example, I like to poach eggs for breakfast. Poach, to cook in simmering liquid. The word steam, S-T-E-A-M, is a verb pronounced as steam. It means to cook with vapor from boiling water. For example, we steam vegetables for a healthy meal. Steam, to cook with vapor from boiling water. The word blanch, B-L-A-N-C-H, is a verb pronounced as blanch. It means to quickly boil and then place in cold water. For example, blanch the spinach before adding it to the dish. Blanch, to quickly boil and then place in cold water. The word parboil, P-A-R-B-O-I-L, pronounced as parboil, it means to partially cook by boiling. For example, parboil the potatoes before roasting them. Parboil, to partially cook by boiling. The word scald, S-C-A-L-D, is a verb pronounced as scald. It means to heat liquid to just below boiling. For example, be careful not to scald the milk. Scald, to heat liquid to just below boiling. The word warm, W-A-R-M, it's a verb pronounced warm, meaning to make something moderately hot. Synonyms include heat and reheat. Example, warm the soup before serving. To summarize, warm means to make something moderately hot. The word heat, H-E-A-T, it's a verb pronounced heat, meaning to make something hot or warm. Synonyms include warm and hot. Example, heat the oven to 350 degrees. To summarize, heat means to make something hot or warm. The word cool, C-O-O-L, it's a verb pronounced cool, meaning to lower the temperature of something. Synonyms include chill and reduce temperature. Example, cool the pie before serving. To summarize, cool means to lower the temperature of something. The word chill, C-H-I-L-L, it's a verb pronounced chill, meaning to make something cold. Synonyms include cool and refrigerate. Example, chill the drink before serving. To summarize, chill means to make something cold. The word freeze, F-R-E-E-Z-E, it's a verb pronounced freeze, meaning to make something solid or very cold. Synonyms include solidify and frost. Example, freeze the leftovers for later. To summarize, freeze means to make something solid or very cold. The word thaw, T-H-A-W, is a verb pronounced as thaw. It means to become soft from being frozen. For example, let the meat thaw before cooking. Now you know that thaw means to unfreeze something. The word defrost, D-E-F-R-O-S-T, is a verb pronounced as defrost. It means to remove frost or ice. For example, defrost the freezer every month. So defrost means to get rid of ice or frost. The word melt, M-E-L-T, is a verb pronounced as melt. It means to change from solid to liquid. For example, melt the butter in the pan. So melt is all about turning solid into liquid. The word caramelize, C-A-R-A-M-E-L-I-Z-E, is a verb pronounced as caramelize. It means to cook until it turns brown and sweet. For example, caramelize the onions for added flavor. So when you caramelize, you cook it until it's sweet and brown. The word glaze, G-L-A-Z-E, is a verb pronounced as glaze. It means to coat with a shiny substance. For example, glaze the cake with chocolate. So glaze means to cover with something shiny. The word frost, F-R-O-S-T, is a noun pronounced frost. It refers to a thin layer of ice that forms on a surface, especially overnight. Synonyms include icing or glaze. Here's an example sentence. She watched the frost form on the window. So in summary, frost means a light, thin layer of ice on a surface. The word icing, I-C-I-N-G, is a noun, pronounced icing. It's a sweet, creamy mixture used to cover cakes and other baked goods. Synonyms include frosting or glaze. For example, the cake was covered in chocolate icing. So in summary, icing refers to a sweet, creamy mixture used on baked goods. The word drizzle, D-R-I-Z-Z-L-E, is a verb, pronounced drizzle. It means to pour a liquid slowly and lightly over something. Synonyms are sprinkle or splash. For example, she decided to drizzle honey over her pancakes. So to drizzle means to pour a liquid slowly and lightly. The word garnish, G-A-R-N-I-S-H, is a verb, pronounced garnish. It means to decorate a dish with a small amount of food, such as herbs or fruits. Synonyms include adorn or embellish. For example, she decided to garnish the soup with fresh herbs. So to garnish means to decorate a dish with a small amount of food. The word top, T-O-P, is a verb, pronounced top. It means to put something on the upper surface of food. Synonyms include crown or finish. For example, they decided to top the pizza with mushrooms and cheese. So to top means to put something on the upper surface of food. The word decorate, D-E-C-O-R-A-te, is a verb, pronounced carate. It means to make something look more attractive by adding items or images to it. For example, let's decorate the cake with some fresh fruit. To decorate is to beautify or adorn something. The word arrange, A-R-A-N-G, is a verb, pronounced arrange. It means to put things in a neat, attractive, or required order. For example, please arrange the vegetables on the platter. To arrange is to organize or set up items systematically. The word plating, is a noun, pronounced plating. It refers to the art of arranging and decorating food on the plate. For example, the chef excels in food plating. Plating is crucial for making the food look appealing and elegant. The word dish, D-I-S-H, is a noun, pronounced dish. It means a particular variety or preparation of food. For example, spaghetti carbonara is my favorite dish. A dish refers to any specific prepared item of food or cuisine. The word layer, L-A-Y-R, is a noun, pronounced layer. It means a single, thickness, level, or fold in food preparation. For example, add a layer of cheese on top of the lasagna. A layer is one of several levels stacked on top of each other in cooking or baking. The word stack, S-T-A-C-K, is a verb. It means to arrange things in a neat pile. Let's practice the pronunciation stack. Synonyms for stack include pile and heap. Here's an example sentence. Please stack the plates on the counter. So stack means to arrange things in a neat pile. The word sandwich, S-A-N-D-W-I-C-H, is a verb. It means to put something between two other things. Pronounce it with me, sandwich. Similar words are insert or wedge. Here's an example sentence. I will sandwich the cheese between two slices of bread. So sandwich means to put something between two other things. The word stuff, S-T-U-F-F, is a verb. It means to fill something tightly. Let's say it together, stuff. Synonyms include cram and pack. Let's use it in a sentence. I will stuff the turkey with vegetables. So stuff means to fill something tightly. The word fill, F-I-L-L, is a verb. It means to make something full. Pronounce it with me, fill. Similar words are load and pack. Here's an example sentence. Please fill the cup with water. So fill means to make something full. The word spread, S-P-R-E, is a verb. It means to apply something evenly. Say it with me, spread. Synonyms include smear and coat. Let's use it in a sentence. Spread butter on the toast. So spread means to apply something evenly. The word coat, C-O-A-T, coat, is a verb, pronounced coat. It means to cover a food item with a thin layer of something. For example, coat the chicken with breadcrumbs before baking it. Now, to summarize, coat, to cover a food item with a thin layer. The word dip, D-I-P, dip, is a verb, pronounced dip. It means to immerse briefly into a liquid. For example, dip the cookie into the milk. To summarize, dip, to immerse briefly into a liquid. The word dunk, D-U-N-K. Dunk is a verb, pronounced dunk. It means to dip something quickly into a liquid. For example, dunk the donut in coffee. To summarize, dunk, to dip something quickly into a liquid. The word submerge, S-U-B-M-E-R-G-E. Submerge is a verb, pronounced submerge. It means to completely cover something in a liquid. For example, submerge the vegetables in boiling water. To summarize, submerge to completely cover something in a liquid. The word soak, S-O-A-K, soak is a verb pronounced soak. It means to immerse in liquid for a period of time. For example, soak the beans overnight. To summarize, soak to immerse in liquid for a period of time. The word bathe, B-A-T-H-E, is a verb. It means to wash oneself or another person. Now listen to the pronunciation, bathe. Some synonyms are wash or clean. Here is an example sentence. She decided to bathe the dog in the backyard. So, remember, bathe means to wash or clean. Great job. The word brush, B-R-U-S-H, is a verb. It means to clean or arrange with a brush. Now let's practice the pronunciation. Brush. Some synonyms are clean or comb. Here is an example sentence. Please brush your teeth before bed. So remember, brush means to clean or arrange with a brush. Well done. The word spray, S-P-R-A-Y, is a verb. It means to scatter liquid in small drops. Let's go over the pronunciation. Spray. Some synonyms are sprinkle or mist. Here is an example. She sprayed water on the plants. So spray means to scatter liquid in small drops. Excellent. The word sprinkle, S-P-R-I-N-K-L-E, is a verb. It means to scatter small pieces or drops. Let's say it together. Sprinkle. Some synonyms are scatter or dust. For example, sprinkle some salt on the vegetables. So sprinkle means to scatter small pieces or drops. Great job learning. The word dust, D-U-S-T, is a verb. It means to remove or apply a fine powder. Let's practice the pronunciation dust. Some synonyms are clean or powder. For example, please dust the shelves before guests arrive. So dust means to remove or apply a fine powder. Fantastic work. The word sift, spelled S-I-F-T, it's a verb, pronounced sift. Synonyms include strain and separate. For example, sift the flour before adding it to the mixture. It means to remove lumps or large particles from dry ingredients by passing them through a sieve. Great job. The word shake, spelled S-H-A-K-E, it's a verb pronounced shake. Synonyms include tremble and jolt. For example, shake the bottle before opening it. It means to move something quickly up and down or from side to side. Well done. The word toss, spelled T-O-S-S, it's a verb pronounced toss. Synonyms include throw and mix. For example, toss the salad with the dressing. It means to throw lightly or mix food items. You're doing great. The word combine, spelled C-O-M-B-I-N-E, it's a verb pronounced combine. Synonyms include mix and blend. For example, combine the wet and dry ingredients. It means to mix two or more items together. Fantastic. The word integrate, spelled I-N-T-E-G-R-A-T-E, it's a verb pronounced integrate. Synonyms include combine and unify. For example, integrate the spices into the sauce. It means to combine one thing with another to form a whole. Excellent. The word incorporate, I-N-C-O-R-P-O-R-A-T-E, incorporate. It's a verb that means to combine or include something. For example, in cooking you might say, incorporate the sugar into the mixture. This means to blend the sugar with other ingredients. Incorporate means to combine or include. The word add, A-D-D, add, it's a verb that means to put something together with something else. For example, you might say, add salt to the soup. This means to put salt into the soup. Add means to put something together with something else. The word subtract, S-U-B-T-R-A-C-T, subtract. It's a verb that means to take away something. For instance, subtract the tomatoes if you dislike them. This means to remove the tomatoes. Subtract means to take away. The word measure, M-E-A-S-U-R-E, measure. It's a verb that means to determine the size, amount, or degree of something. In a recipe, you might say, measure 2 cups of flour. This means to use a measuring cup to get the right amount of flour. Measure means to determine the size, amount, or degree of something. The word weigh, W-E-I-G-H, weigh. It's a verb that means to find out how heavy something is. For example, weigh the potatoes before peeling. This means to find out the weight of the potatoes. Weigh means to find out how heavy something is. The word scale is spelled S-C-A-L-E, and it's a verb. Let's pronounce it together. Scale. It means to measure or regulate by means of a standard. One synonym is measure. For example, you might say, don't forget to scale the fish before cooking. So to scale means to measure or regulate, often by removing scales in cooking. The word portion is spelled P-O-R-I-O-N, and it's a noun. Let's say it together. Portion. It refers to a part of a larger amount which is divided. A synonym for portion is serving. For example, she served each portion of pasta equally. So portion means a part of something divided. The word divide is spelled D-I-D-E, and it's a verb. Pronounce it with me, divide. It means to separate into parts or groups. Another word for divide is split. For instance, divide the dough into 4 equal pieces. So to divide means to separate into parts or groups. The word halve is spelled H-A-L-V-E, and it's a verb. Let's say it together. Halve. It means to divide into 2 equal parts. A synonym of halve is split. For example, halve the avocado and remove the pit. So to halve means to divide something into 2 equal parts. The word quarter is spelled Q-U-A-R-T-E-R, and it's a verb. Pronounce it with me, quarter. It means to divide into 4 equal parts. Another term for quarter is cut into fourths. For instance, quarter the apple and remove the seeds. So to quarter means to divide something into 4 equal parts. The word third, spelled T-H-I-R-D, is an adjective. It means number 3 in a sequence. Let's practice the pronunciation. Third. Synonyms include third. An example sentence would be, she finished the race in 3rd place. So third means number 3 in a sequence. The word mix, spelled M-I-X, is a verb. It means to combine 2 or more substances. Let's practice the pronunciation. Mix. Synonyms include blend and combine. An example sentence would be, mix the flour and sugar together. So mix means to combine 2 or more substances. The word blend, spelled B-L-E-N-D, is a verb. It means to mix thoroughly to make a smooth substance. Let's practice the pronunciation. Blend. Synonyms include mix and combine. An example sentence would be, blend the fruits until smooth. So blend means to mix thoroughly to make a smooth substance. The word whisk, spelled W-H-I-S-K, is a verb. It means to beat or stir with a light, rapid movement. Let's practice the pronunciation. Whisk. Synonyms include stir and beat. An example sentence would be, whisk the eggs until fluffy. So whisk means to beat or stir with a light, rapid movement. The word beat, spelled B-E-A-T, is a verb. It means to stir or mix briskly. Let's practice the pronunciation. Beat. Synonyms include whip and whisk. An example sentence would be, beat the butter and sugar until creamy. So beat means to stir or mix briskly. The word stir, S-T-I-R, it's a verb pronounced stir. Synonyms include mix, blend, and agitate. Here's an example. Please stir the soup to prevent it from sticking. So remember, stir means to mix a substance by moving it around with a tool. Great job. The word shake, S-H-A-K-E, it's a verb pronounced shake. Synonyms include jiggle, joggle, and agitate. Here's an example. Shake the bottle to mix all the ingredients. So shake means to move something back and forth quickly. Well done. The word agitate, A-G-I-T-A-E, it's a verb pronounced agitate. Synonyms include stir, mix, and shake. Here's an example. You need to agitate the mixture to get the right consistency. Remember, agitate means to stir or move briskly. Awesome. The word aerate, A-E-R-A-T-E, it's a verb pronounced aerate. Synonyms include oxygenate and ventilate. Here's an example. It's important to aerate the wine before serving. So aerate to introduce air into a substance. Great job. The word cream, C-R-E-A-M, it's a verb, pronounced cream. Synonyms include beat, whisk, and mix. Here's an example. First, cream the butter and sugar until light and fluffy. So cream means to beat ingredients such as butter and sugar until smooth and fluffy. Excellent. The word sift, S-I-F-T, is a verb, pronounced as sift. It means to separate and remove lumps or large particles. You might sift flour before adding it to a mixture. For example, sift the flour before adding it to the mixture. To summarize, sift means to separate and remove lumps. The word strain, S-T-R-A-I-N, is a verb pronounced as strain. It means to remove liquid from solid food. For example, you'll strain pasta before adding the sauce. Strain the pasta before adding the sauce. To summarize, strain means to remove liquid from solid food. The word puree, P-U-R-E-E, is a verb pronounced as puree. It means to blend food until smooth. For example, puree the vegetables for the soup. To summarize, puree means to blend food until smooth. The word mash, M-A-S-H, is a verb pronounced as mash. It means to crush food into a soft, smooth mixture. For example, mash the potatoes until they are creamy. To summarize, mash means to crush food into a soft, smooth mixture. The word crush, C-R-U-S-H, is a verb pronounced as crush. It means to press something so hard that it breaks. For example, crush the garlic before adding it to the dish. To summarize, crush means to press something so hard that it breaks. The word grind, G-R-I-N-D, is a verb. It means to crush something into small particles or powder, grind. For example, please grind the coffee beans. Grind. The word mill, M-I-L-L, is a verb. It means to grind or crush using a mill, mill. For example, they mill the wheat into flour. Mill. The word pulverize, P-U-L-V-E-R-I-Z-E, is a verb. It means to crush into a fine powder, pulverize. For example, the blender can pulverize the ice, pulverize. The word break, B-R-E-A-K, is a verb. It means to separate into pieces with force, break. For example, please break the chocolate bar, break. The word crack, C-R-A-C-K, is a verb. It means to break without separating into pieces. Crack, for example, crack the eggs into a bowl, crack. The word split, S-P-L-I-T, is a verb. To split means to divide into two or more parts. Listen to the pronunciation carefully. Split. An example sentence is, she split the cake into equal pieces. In summary, to split means to divide something into multiple parts. The word separate, S-E-P-A-R-A-T-E, is a verb. To separate means to set or keep apart. Let's practice its pronunciation. Separate. An example in a sentence is, please separate the recyclable items from the trash. So remember, to separate means to keep things apart. The word divide, D-I-V-I-D-E, is a verb. To divide means to split into parts or groups. Let's say it together. Divide. For instance, he divided the class into 3 groups. In short, to divide means to split things into parts. The word slice, S-L-I-C-E, is a verb. To slice means to cut something into thin, flat pieces. Let's pronounce it. Slice. An example of this word in use is, she sliced the bread for sandwiches. Essentially, to slice means to cut into thin pieces. The word cut, C-U-T, is a verb. To cut means to make an opening, incision, or wound in something. Repeat after me. Cut. For example, he cut the paper with scissors. In summary, to cut means to make an incision or opening. The word chop, spelled C-H-O-P. It is a verb. To say chop, pronounce it like chop. Chop means to cut something into pieces. For example, in the sentence, she needs to chop the vegetables for the salad. Chop refers to the action of cutting the vegetables into smaller pieces. So remember, chop is all about cutting into pieces. The word alphabet comes from the Latin word alphabetum, which came from the Greek word alphabetos. Alphabetos, in turn, came from the first two letters of the Greek alphabet, alpha and beta.
Thank you so much for watching this video up to the very end. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button down below. See you very soon. Bye-bye.